Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the cafe. Oh god, I forgot to mute my tab. Get out of here, tab. Okay. I knew I was forgetting something. There, now I can't hear myself any more than I already do. I hope you are all doing well this Thursday evening. Last time on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations Ball Z, Kai. We made it through court. As Edgeworth, playing as the defense, with Franziska as the prosecution, and the Canadian judge. We made it through all that, we cross-examined Larry, we talked to Bikini some more. And there's still a whole lot to be unraveled, I think. So, I don't know where we're going next. I know we've got to investigate some more. But is Phoenix gonna be well enough to investigate? I honestly don't know. I guess we'll have to find... There's only one way to find out. And that's to get right into it. Part 3-1, Investigation. February 9th, 3:43 a.m. Body Clinic Intensive Care Unit. No! We're here? Why are we here? Phoenix, is this where you are? Is this the only place that takes your insurance? That is the only excuse I will accept. Yep, there he is. I'm still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case my mentor, Mia Fey, had ever handled in a court of law. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. Dahlia Hawthorne. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This isn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head is on fire. But I will recover! I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with him. Somehow. February 9th, 2:43 p.m. Dusky Bridge. So it's about 12 hours later. Does this mean we're actually up and at 'em as Phoenix? There's one way to tell. Other than just progressing. We are indeed Phoenix. Because if we were still Edgeworth, Phoenix's profile would be here instead of Edgeworth's. Miles Edgeworth, age 26, an old friend, said to be #1 at the DA's office, studies foreign judicial systems now. Good for him. Right, are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? No, but I'm here anyway. You're not the boss of me. You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian in artist speak. Oh god. Gumshoe, were you actually listening to what Larry was talking about? That can't be good for you, buddy. Although I guess it could be another color to describe your coat. But I think Viridian is like a lighter shade of green. Actually, my fever has gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about. Phoenix, please! You should still be in the hospital! Let Edgeworth take care of it! You literally entrusted him with everything! God damn it! Then again, I can't say anything. I once had to get sent home from school because I had the flu and I had like over 100-degree fever. And I forget who, but somebody told me to go to the nurse's office to get myself checked out, and the nurse admonished me. She was like, you shouldn't be here! What are you doing here? I was like, I'm fine, I got things to do! Though, let's be real, that's just the kind of person that I am, in general. But hey, things gotta get done. I'm the one to do it. I gotta do it. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive, despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shichishito did not deliver the deadly blow. Which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we do not know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself or I'll eat my coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. That is probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into. And that is? Our client's background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have the feeling we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you... I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, right? Take care. Guess I should get moving too. Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I gotta get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. Ah, that's right. Maya's still stuck over there at the inner temple. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Thank you, Gumshoe. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Bye, Gumshoe. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out. I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. I want to see if Phoenix has anything to say about the bridge. That thing looks like it's ready to collapse. At least more than it did before. According to Bikini, Eagle Mountain is very prone to earthquakes. Which reminds me. If my memory serves me correctly, Edgeworth isn't exactly a fan of earthquakes. That's right, because the whole reason that DL6 happened and that they got stuck in the elevator was there was an earthquake that caused a power outage. So, yeah. Trauma. Alright, looks like there isn't anything for us here. I doubt there's anything down at Heavenly Hall unless Larry's down there, and I don't want to talk to him right now. So, back to the main gate we go. February 9th, Hazakura Temple, main gate. Oh god. Based on this line, if I had to guess, come on, please! It's for art's sake, I swear! There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm talking about the heroine here. The heroine in my book. It'll make you famous. Enough! A fool's fool who foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool. Okay. I feel like I need to sit down after that one. I'm already sitting down, but I need to sit down more. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Me? Wait a second. I know you. You're, ow! Your reflexes and mind need to shape up. My brain's frying like a sunny side up and you want to grill me over a name? Franzi, you can't do that! Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or so I'm told. Whip a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not. And I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick. Tell her, would you? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture book, Franzi's Whippity Whip Trip. What kind of book would that be, Larry? Yeah. Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least semi-coherent testimony. And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw.
She flew, I'm telling you. Whoosh, just like that dude with the red underwear.
You mean Superman?
Don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize.
Oh, there he goes. Off he goes. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix, right? Franziska, I have something important for you. I haven't been able to do this in a minute. I refuse to help you, Phoenix, right? Oh. No, I don't want to autoplay. Should have known better than to try. Well, okay. Alright. Hi, Franziska. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. Extending my perfect win record, naturally. Oh, joy. Sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Franziska was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. Ugh! Get him out of here. Quit looking at me with them big old eyes. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years. But now, he's gone from this world. Yeah, because he got found guilty of murder. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me. Because of what happened to your father. Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me. This, I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Yes, Crystal. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Edgeworth. Come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case has a special significance to you. Because it does. And that's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better. It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kinda cute. Ow! No smirking! No whipping the sick! That foolish fool doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool. Edgeworth. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing and one thing only, to pulverize you. Not like I thought you were here to bring me some Cold Killer X, you know. I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes, every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge? Did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's got to be okay. I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. Okay, then. Well, it looks like that's about all we can get out of her, because she's just gonna keep whipping me. No, I don't want to present. I want to move. Well, like I said, Larry's probably back at Heavenly Hall now. So let's... I don't know, let's go inside. February 9th, Hazakura Temple Main Hall. Well, if we're in here, it's probably Bikini that we're looking for. I don't... That was one long sigh. Yep, there she is. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? Waha, waha. You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it. Phoenix is picking up on what I was picking up on last time. Why is she calling Elise a mystic? There's an acolyte stuck at the inner temple. And that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? To be fair, Phoenix, you were kind of dying. I doubt she'll have anything to say about the badge. You know what? We always gotta try. Look at my badge. I was wondering about this. Let me see. Well, as you may know, in order to see reality for what it truly is, we strive to break our attachments to much of the transient material realm. I guess you could call me an immaterial girl. I'm guessing she makes an exception for fine dining. Well, that was rude. Anyway. I must be getting old. Girl, you're only in your 40s, I think. Yeah, you're only 48. You're not that old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least, I was until this morning. I don't see any psych blocks, so she must be telling the truth. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know that artist who testified after me? Larry, don't put, like, any stock in what he says, Bikini.
I saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering.
Bro, we literally presented evidence on that exact statement. Because she didn't have her hood.
I felt like I might start flying myself.
When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble, and nothing else. Ha! If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. Okay, I guess that's one way to put it. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the inner temple. Is that correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was in her room in Hazakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. But because you did, Maya is stuck all by herself at the inner temple. I am so sorry. The drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad. I'll bet. The training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. We've got to get Maya out of there fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. Like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the inner temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or the forest. I see. So a criminal would be trapped, should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer and with no way of escape either. Oh dear, yes, I suppose it does. Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster. Okay, well now that we're all worked up and anxious, I'm curious about a few things if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No. No, I do not. No, no, no. I want to know a little more about the victim, Miss Elise Donim. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size or her bust size for that matter. Girl! That was not what I'm looking for! No. I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. Strawberry Dreams or Pacific Punch? Strawberry Dreams. Don't worry about it, Shiji. We're not here to find out anybody's measurements. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. My, you make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There, you did it again. Sister Bikini. I noticed you always refer to Miss Donim as Mystic Elise. Yes, thank you! Thank you, Phoenix! Oh? Yes. Now why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We address all our visitors as Mystic. It makes their experience feel authentic. No, you don't. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. Is she? How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Yeah, is it even gonna say? Yeah, no. We don't know how old she is. Bikini! What are you hiding? Seems Miss Elise Donim was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Miss Donim on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. But she wasn't, remember, Phoenix? You ran into her. And she said that Pearl had never come to her room in the first place. It all got to be connected somehow. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh, man. My head's throbbing so bad it's killing me. Pearls, she was with Miss Donim on the night of the murder, remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner. The murder? It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. There's one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe. Tell me you'll be done with the repair soon. Alrighty. Well, that's all we have for now. I guess there's nothing to do but go back outside. Look around a little bit. Oh, we can go out here to the courtyard, to the crime scene. Why do I feel like Elise is somehow related to Maya and Pearls? I don't know. Why do you feel that way? We'll think about that while we take this ad break. We're back. Noah says, why else would she be referred to as Mystic and had taken such a shine to Maya and Pearl? Well, I mean, she is a children's picture book author. Maya has about the maturity level of, like, a teenager, which she is. And as far as we know, the Faes aren't the only mystic magical family in the world. So who knows? Hazakura Temple Courtyard. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. Well, we already looked around here as Edgeworth, but it probably won't hurt to look here. The main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. That's also the height the body fell from, according to the autopsy. Is it possible that Miss Donan was pushed from the top of the wall? Talk to me, Ami. The Shichishito. It's right there in Mystic Ami's right hand. But it was proven in court today that it wasn't the murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. Yep, I'm inclined to agree with you there. They get quite a bit of snow up here on Eagle Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun, they're tools for getting around. But the sled, now that's gotta be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. Ha! Bikini and Iris just taking turns sledding down a hill together. There are a few of these stone lanterns scattered around in this courtyard. Without the city glare to compete with, I imagine they would seem a lot brighter. I guess Sister Bikini must light them now since Iris can't be here. Or she just stays, like, holed up in the temple all the time, because there is nobody else around. Miss Donim's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? That looks to be about it. Oh. That building up there is the main hall. It's where we were staying. It sits kind of funny because it was built on a very steep slope. If you enter from the main gate side, these rooms above me are on the ground floor. Apparently, Miss Donim was staying in the corner room. I guess that's where she was pushed from that night. Maybe. Well, there's nothing here for us. So let's go back. Hey! I'm assuming and hoping that's Gumshoe. What was that jarring, inconsiderately loud yell?
So this is where you've been, keeping nice and warm, I see.
Detective, have you finished
the bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know.
Well. Then I'll come along with you and...
Sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case.
What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me.
Well, yeah, but that's not what I meant. Ah!
It's been a while, Scruffy.
It's... Miss Von Karma!
Sister, please leave the investigation to me. My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to. As you work to pin the guilt on Iris. What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright? Ow, that hurts, you know. Silence! I, Franziska von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me. She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she? Okay, we can't say anything to her, and I doubt we have anything about the Cyclops yet, so let's get out of here. Move. Suspension bridge. Here we go. He just laid, like, planks across it. Nick, this is Fran we're talking about. This is true. Of course she is! Alrighty, looks like we can get over there. Poor Nick, hopefully Nick doesn't hurl on the way over. Inner Temple Gate. February 9th, Inner Temple Gate. Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before. They must have commenced with the investigation. Oh, Mr. Nick! That voice. Pearl! Mr. Nick! Mr. Nick! So you were here ever since that night. I was so lonely, I thought I was going to die. When I woke up in the morning and saw that Dusky Bridge was gone, I realized I was all alone. She was all alone? It must have been very trying for you, little girl. Ah, you're... I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. There is no need to worry now that I am here. Okay, all right, calm down. You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mystic Maya last year. Uh-oh. Well... I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip. Pearl, tell it off, Franziska. Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you. Looks like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. Ow! Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything. You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away. Anyway, Pearls? Weren't you with Maya? Ah! I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls? Mystic Maya! Hey, wait, Pearls! She just ran off. Ow! That was cruel, Phoenix Wright. To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What was that all about? Pearl's acting like that. Giving me the creeps. I guess I'd better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago. Well, there's a couple of things that are drawing my attention. One, the space around the incinerator is cleared out, like it was used or something. And two, like I was saying, this suspension cable over here is not here. Phoenix Wright! What? Would you stop calling me by my full name like that? Was this once a prosperous port? A port? Yes, that metal hook is a mooring post for boats, you know. Oh, that. That's an anchor for one of the wires that's used to hold up the bridge. I think that the wire that was tied to this one probably snapped when the bridge burned down. I mean, there's no way there was ever a port all the way up here. Don't get smart with me, Phoenix Wright. I didn't say anything. There's a weird smell coming from that incinerator. The door is also open, like it's begging me to look inside. Can she read his mind? I don't know, maybe she can read the text on the screen just backwards. Well, well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty. How naive of you, Phoenix Wright. But it's a bit strange, don't you think? Franziska von Karma. I seem to remember. Yeah, see, it was all... Oh, you can't see, I'm in the way. There's snow all over the place. There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. And you could see the cable. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently. Listen, Phoenix Wright. It's impertinent to call people by their full name. I was only copying you. I just had a terrible thought. What if Pearl was finding something to burn to try and help her keep warm? You can see Dusky Bridge from here. It's an unusually long bridge, isn't it? I would say it's about 20 yards. Guess the gorge is too wide to cross with a piece of rope or wire, huh? Therefore, no one has crossed the gorge in either direction since the night of the murder. A simple yet sound deduction, wouldn't you say, Phoenix Wright? Okay. I mean, Pearl probably realistically stayed inside the building because there was at least shelter from the wind and stuff. But, I don't know. I just really wanted to make everybody sad. I'm evil. Look at all the Buddha statues lined up along this path. Phoenix Wright, do you think this is how many siblings the head nun has? Why don't you ask her the next time you see her? You know what? I think I will. And she'll probably slap you for prying into her private affairs. I don't know, Bikini seems very forthcoming with a lot of things. Alright. Zip. Okay, still just examine, so it's not like Francisca's gonna pop up in front of us and be like, Phoenix Wright, you're an absolute moron. There's a little gate that leads into the garden. It says no entry on the sign, though. Come now, Phoenix Wright, what are you doing? Let's go in. Barista, you're so lucky your Yeet Redeem hasn't been fixed. Why? Were you gonna throw me for making people sad? It's half open anyway. What harm could come of it? But it says no entry. Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you like and then simply say whatever? That's got nothing to do with anything. And who told you that? Francisca, you're as bad as Maya. She always wants to go into things. The sign says Inner Temple. I don't know how you're reading it, but it's incomprehensible to me. Actually, I can't read it either. Feigning comprehension isn't a very good habit to have, Phoenix Wright. She looks really happy to have finally caught me on something. A match made in heaven or hell, lol. Yes. This must be the door that leads to the Inner Temple, where Maya Fey was training on the night of the murder. Yes, there's a solitary room there called the Training Hall. You could do with some training yourself, Phoenix Wright. Ow! You're completely out of shape. I don't know how much more of this woman I can take. Poor Phoenix. Well, it looks like it's about everything that we can see from here. Alright, let's move on. Into the training hall. Hello? February 9th, Inner Temple Training Hall. I have several questions. Why is there a lock on the door? A lock that looks like the psych lock. Did somebody take a shit all over the poster? What happened in here? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya, she was supposed to be in here training. Yet it appears she's nowhere to be seen. What's that? That strange lock. It wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. Well, let's start with the obvious. This door. When I was here 2 days ago, that weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I have. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. If we go back and talk to Bikini, we can see them again. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psych lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. Spooky. Okay, now the obvious question. Who shit all over the scroll? What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... A woman? I don't see any woman here. Yeah, because she got shit all over her. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. Yeah, it's because somebody shit all over the place, Phoenix. No, it's not a different atmosphere. It's a different smell. It's gravy. Is that what we're calling it? What's the matter? The scroll. It's been completely covered in gravy. Ah, yes, there is a very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see. No. No one does that. For starters, it stinks. Is that supposed to be like bits of carrot and potato? Like, what the hell? This must be the gravy that we had with the roast on the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? Misty Faye's image is obscured by gravy. Hanging scroll updated. Touch to see the before and after view under the check screen. That's helpful. What took you so long? I thought even you'd manage to get here faster than this. Hey, what are you doing here? How did you get here? I thought even you'd manage to get here faster than this, Mr. Trite. Prosecutor Godot? I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come you didn't show up at the trial today? I could ask you the exact same question. Huh? But I had a cold, so... I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough! I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial? This is gonna go over well. Who's the wild mare, Trite? This is Miss Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. Ha. Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Just who do you think you are? This case is my... Hey, Billy, know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you. You think you're the Rock now? What the fuck? I'm only gonna say this once, Lady Von Whippingberg. Go home. Phoenix Wright! What are you hitting me for? Ha! You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, Trite. What? You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you've set something in motion that you'll never be able to undo. There's something different about Godot today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Is it anger? Or is it sorrow? Oh, okay. Hey, Godot. Godot? Would you mind taking a look at this? Ha! My eyes have a date with the horizon. They're flirting with the gulls. I don't have any intention of aiding a defense attorney like you, Trite. But you must help him, even just a little. Look who's talking. I had no idea such a smooth refusal could make me so angry. Okay. You had some important business and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it? I've told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You see, Trite, I've experienced something most have not. Death. You died? Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is, well, let's just say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. So, you mean that mask you wear is This ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk of a body going with regular servicing. I'm sorry, but... You say you experienced death. How is that possible? What happened? Why don't you ask him? Huh? Me? Yes, right. You. You should know all about it. You know when my life ended, and who ended it for me. Well, Phoenix Wright, do you? I don't know what he's talking about. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Godot was killed. It'll all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite? Uh-huh. Earlier, you said something, I've done something I can never undo. What did you mean by that exactly? The inner temple here on this side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wondered, Trite, do you know what the police are doing here today? What do you mean? They're searching. Searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing. Missing? As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge. Huh? But that's impossible. She came here that night and... I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place. One? Where's that? The sacred cavern, the entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place that the search party has yet to explore. So they haven't searched that cavern yet, huh? Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, chances of her being found alive are slim at best. No! Which means, Trite, that you sent Maya Fey to her death. I didn't do that! That's not how any of this works! You fool! If that's the situation, why aren't you in there with a search party right now? You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, Trite, once again, a woman dies because of you. Once again? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me? And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey. Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. But excuse me? Objection? Where is it? I have several objections. First of all, objection. Nuh-uh. Okay. It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man. But she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy. Personally. Sure, Miss Fey's murderer was caught. But that won't bring her back. Well, no, but you were with her at the time. You and no one else. I wasn't there yet. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. Excuse me? No! How was I supposed to protect her from a guy who had murderous intent? Get killed instead? I think that's how he thinks this works. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
You say Mia Fey was your teacher. Well, then I'd say you've learned nothing, trite. You robbed her of her life, and now you've let her sister suffer the same fate.
I haven't sentenced Maya to death. No! Nova says, buddy, that's not how this works, and Mia would kick your ass for saying that. What is this peculiar-looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It would be a simple matter of...
I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. The repeated tremors have weakened the foundations of the training hall. Any excessive force used to break the lock open would, well, let's just say, the inner temple and the sacred cavern would be a thing of the past.
Very well, then dare I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with the key?
Ha! Sure, just show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock.
There's no keyhole?
That's right, an interesting puzzle, huh? The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it.
Then who was it?
Simple, the accused.
What? Iris?
When an acolyte undergoes training in the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was to train in here.
Sister Bikini did mention it a number of times now that I think about it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training.
So Iris, the accused, is the only one who could open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now.
Iris is the only person who can open this lock? I hope she gets here soon. Hang on in there, Maya. We'll get you out.
So, I should be getting back to work.
Wait, Godot. How sure about Maya are you?
There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You'd better start praying. You'd better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon.
Edgeworth?
Listen up, trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never.
Okay. You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix, right? That's what everyone says. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. And in our case, that would be going on an ad break. We'll be right back. Phoenix, right. Why are there advertisements? we're back. It's quiet in here. Let's get out of here. Also, it smells like gravy. I don't know, should I or shouldn't I? Sounds like someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from?
Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. My brain. This is driving me nuts. Ah!
Is something troubling you, Scruffy?
Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir.
It was merely a simple greeting, a friendly tap on the shoulder. With my whip. So, what's up, Gumshoe? Is something on your mind?
How did you know, pal?
Perhaps you were trying to decide if you wanted to wash that off or not?
How did you know, sir? Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot. You can't go through that little gate there, okay?
You mean the one that says no entry on it?
I, kinda already snuck in there.
Is he trying to be clever or something? So what's behind there, Scruffy?
A kind of garden-like garden.
A garden.
Yeah, anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out.
You really think you saying something and a sign is gonna stop Franziska? She wanted to go in there before.
I'm not telling you, I'm asking you, pal. You got me?
Isn't it the other way around? Get out of my head, Phoenix. Isn't it normally the other way around? Oh, glug, 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 glug. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch combo, CJ. I hope you're doing well tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Tonight's hydrate is brought to us by actual fucking water. Holy shit. And by actual fucking water, I mean... yes, actual water with one of those, like, electrolyte salt flavor element packet things. Yes, CJ, more often than not, I usually have some form of caffeinated beverage here. Whether it's coffee or leftover energy drink from the day. What? Damn, barista actually drinking water? Who are you? I don't know. Is it made up for by the fact that I have the remnants of a Taco Bell slushie as well? So it's not just water. Does that help? Okay, that makes it better. Okay, good. We are so back. Close enough. Welcome back, barista. Taco Bell bits. Yeah, Mr. Barista really wanted some Taco Bell earlier. So I was like, you know what? It's been a minute, so let's do it up. I picked some up on the way home from work. He likes their grilled cheese burritos, and I got a couple of their small little crunch wraps with, like, the chicken in it. And, like, one of them was, like, a creamy jalapeno sauce, and I forget what the other one was. We also got a bunch of things that I didn't actually order that were in the bag. There was, like, a bowl, an extra taco, another crunch wrap of some kind. So, there's lunch for tomorrow. Yesterday I had it, Onyx had it, some other people I know had it. Yeah, we're just having belated Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Thursday for us. Let's all have it. Let's have Taco Bell. Yes, that was basically the move. It was like, neither of us really want to cook tonight, but we want to have something that, you know, just kind of hits the spot. And Taco Bell was it. And because of all that extra shit we got, I have lunch for tomorrow. And maybe dinner, depending on how much of it I actually eat. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Me at the Taco Bell.
Well, see you later.
Bye, Gumshoe. So, shall we adjourn to this garden, Phoenix Wright? Of course. What else would we do? Oh, now you're all for it. Now that Gumshoe says don't go in there. I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking of washing off. Yeah, that's also true. To the garden! Here in the garden, there's a giant bloodstain with Maya's name written on a thing. Inner Temple Garden. There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is. Well, it's not gravy. Strange feeling? Forget about that. What's that strange writing on the stone lantern?
Ah! What are you doing here, sir? I thought I said you can't come in here.
Don't you know, Scruffy, Avant Karma will always show up wherever there is a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here.
But...
It's okay, Gumshoe. Okay, there's a lot to take in here. We'll get to the obvious in a second. First, what is this? There's a charm or something poking out from the snow. It looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too.
Apparently it belonged to the victim.
To Miss Elise Donim?
Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and on this charm match exactly.
Sounds to me like this little trinket is going to be my ticket to getting some very big answers. Karain Master's Talisman, worn by Elise Donim, found in the garden of the Inner Temple. Interesting. Okay, now the obvious. What the heck is that?
Uh-oh. You spotted it, huh, pal?
Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious. It says Maya.
Yeah, and before you ask, it's written in blood.
You will answer all our questions now, Scruffy, without exception.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, first, why is there just a square of snow shoveled around everything? Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here. And it's in an almost perfect rectangle. It couldn't have happened naturally. Yes, it appears as though someone has carefully cleared away the snow. No doubt it was you, wasn't it, Scruffy?
Huh? No, it wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when my men and I got here to start the investigation.
If it wasn't the police, then who did it?
Oh yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Just between the three of us, okay?
What is it?
It's top secret. You can't tell anyone, got it?
Gumshoe, the last time you said this to Edgeworth, you were telling him about how you wanted to be a wizard. Excuse me? Understood.
Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out of the local wrestling contest, you see. I was so disappointed I just picked up my mouth guard and cried all the way home. Man, I got in so much trouble when I left it on the couch.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason. Although I can't even begin to imagine what that reason could be. Why does it look like the torches got used? There are a couple of torches here. I guess you need all the light you can get up here in the mountains. Shiji says, well, it's getting late for me, so I'm gonna eat. Have fun with the Phoenix of Right. Thank you, Shiji, and thank you for stopping by. You go get those good eeps. You get plenty of rest.
Yeah, I was looking at those things, pal. Looks like they've been lit pretty recently.
Recently? How recent are we talking about?
As recent as the night of the murder.
Maya was training here on the night of the murder. It's not unreasonable to think these things were lit up at the time, I guess. Yeah, it makes sense. A little lantern, a little statue. It is certainly a quaint little garden. Oh! What is this huge bowl here for?
Oh, I know this one. It's a water bowl, isn't it?
Everything else is completely frozen over, but the ice in this bowl has been broken. That's true. Wonder if this has any impact on the case.
Well, I doused my face earlier with the water in this. I was getting kinda sleepy.
Ah! Next time you're sleepy, you need only come to me. Got it? Poor Gumshoe. Oh, it's like one of those, like, water fill-up things where it goes dunk. We looked at the lantern, we looked at the torches, we looked at the ground. Looks like that's all we got. Gumshoe, talk to me. So, how's the Inner Temple investigation going?
We have the best forensic team in the world working on the place.
Forensic team? And what was the outcome of this scientific study?
Nothing. Scientifically speaking, the place is as clean as a whistle.
That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that?
Uh-oh. Well, there were a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir.
That stone lantern and the surrounding area that's not covered in snow, correct?
They looked kinda fishy to me. You know, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys to look them over. The results were... It's kinda hard to say, actually.
Guess I better look into them myself. Alright. About Maya?
Oh, did Mr. Godot tell you yet?
Yes, we heard.
He's got a search party out looking for her. But there's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on this side the Dusky Bridge. All we can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal.
Edgeworth? Whenever Phoenix says Edgeworth like that, I imagine, like, a dog, like, perking, like, whose ears perk up. Like, when you say treat or walk or something like that. He's just like, Edgeworth?
He's escorting Iris, the defendant, over here.
We'll have to wait since she is the only one who can open the door to the sacred cavern.
Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal.
Huh? I wonder what it is.
Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down, I felt like I was drowning.
Sounds pleasant. Maya, so these letters are written in blood.
Yeah, what's worse is it's the victim's blood.
Huh? This is Miss Donim's blood?
We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal.
Which means it's obviously a frame job, because whenever somebody writes, the supposed killer's name, it's never actually them. Most interesting. Phoenix Wright, I presume you know, don't you? Why Maya's name is written upside down.
You know what? That was really bothering me too. But I just came up with the answer, the result of my own special gumshoe investigation.
Really? Do tell.
Well, on the night of the murder, that stone lantern was upside down.
Gumshoe. I'm out of here. That's it. My brain. The inner machinations of a gumshoe's mind are an enigma. One I'm not sure I care to understand. Gumshoe, I love you, buddy. But what the fuck? Ahem! Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Miss Elise Donim wrote these letters herself, in her own blood. You must be joking. That's impossible.
From the writing in the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that this garden was the scene of Miss Elise Donim's murder. At least that's our current theory on how the events took place, pal.
What? So Miss Donim was killed here?
However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now.
Then what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard at the main temple was... Well, what was it? If that wasn't the scene of the crime, what did she see?
What do you think, Miss Von Karma?
Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no? But wait a sec, the bloody writing and all the other clues here. Someone could have easily set all that up after the murder, right?
Sorry, but that's not an option, pal.
Yeah, because the bridge burned down. Why not? How quickly you forget, Phoenix Wright. Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible. Because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out.
I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men. Which means no one could have planted all this stuff here, pal.
I can't think of a counter-argument to that.
I knew it. I should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here.
I mean, it's good that you didn't because that would be tampering with a crime scene. If this really was the scene of the crime, then I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw. I guess maybe we gotta go talk to her. Alright, bye, buddy. Back out to the... Yeah, back out to the gate. Back to the bridge. Back to the gate. Here we go. February 9th, Hazakura Temple main gate. It seems you have a visitor. Mr. Wright! Iris, I'm really glad to see you. The Doe managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. Not him again. Never mind him, we gotta hurry and unlock the sacred cavern. Sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault someone so important to you was locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? Alright. Let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, right? Wait, Edgeworth, I'm coming with you guys. Sorry, right? I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Maya Fey is in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by a delicate position? This isn't simply a rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, right? But it's Maya. Mr. Wright! All that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix Wright. From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off-limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us. Well, it's a good thing we wrapped up over there, I think. Ah! This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. Aren't there other things that demand your attention? She's right. Thanks for reminding me. Okay. Wow, we can't even go back to the bridge or anything. February 9th, Hazakura Temple, Main Hall. Sister Bikini looks like she's shrunk some since I last saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My, hello you two, how are you doing? Waha, wahahaha. From the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down. The fact that we got Fran not only as a prosecutor last part, but now she's helping Nick like Maya would is great. Yeah! Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. Is she talking about Edgeworth? It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this has happened. Poor Iris. She was worried about my back, would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Bluesuits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Huh? Me? Ah! She's not even saying anything, she's just glaring at me. Oh yes, you did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular! You two are the only ones who have said that to me. I can't shake the feeling that I just became a shill to a shrew. Do you have a problem, Phoenix, right? Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that. But I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break those psych blocks of hers. That's all there is to it. Nova says, hands off, lady, he's mine. And Nick's. Yeah, he has 2 hands, one for each of his. Elise Donim. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elise Donim had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was... Mystic Elise was an author. Just an author. Of picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicion almost immediately after I met her. Suspicions? Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Donim's true identity. Miss Donim had this charm with her at all times. Ah! Where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. Then, what do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. Oops. This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Donim really was. This talisman and one other item unequivocally prove Miss Donim's true identity. The painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment. But this scroll shows the master of the Kurain channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of that honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her. Ah! This crest is reserved for the master of Kurain. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. What? You mean that acolyte is Misty Fey's daughter? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor. Mystic Misty! Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with that mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. What is the significance of this talisman, sister? The Kurain talisman? It's the symbol of the Master of Kurain. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. Until their death? So Elise Donim really was Maya's mother, huh? She was Misty Fey, the master of the Kurain channeling technique. The truth comes out at last. Looks like we're making some headway here. Tell me, sister. After After 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now?
Because something happened that called her out of hiding.
What happened?
Well... Huh?
What's happening? It can't be.
Earthquake! Ah! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor might...
The inner temple?
The sacred cavern in the training hall! It might very well cave in!
What? Maya! It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go! What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, all right?
Of course. You run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready.
Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Desk says, in the words of Epidemi, Bubba went for where Bubba pleased in my match. Well, good for you. Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. Literally had a sub-minute match. Damn, you go. You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? 58 seconds. Holy shit. Come on, let's go. Let's get out of here. You've got to hurry to the inner temple end. Right. Ah, what are you doing here? Ugh. How could I have... How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Ow, I bit my tongue. Ow! Hey, why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris. She's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? So it was just now, during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness. His fear of earthquakes. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. Can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her, and we need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous. Why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. Then you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth. I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall's sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go. February 9th, Inner Temple Training Hall. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in. But what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. There's 5 locks now. How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this? Iris! Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? To be continued. Nova, I don't mean to laugh at you, but just your god damn it is very entertaining to me. Because I'm evil. Bull. Ho. And on that note... Can't wait for fucking counts for on fingers. 4 fucking days. Ah! Like Desk says, yes, you can. It's like that one ASDF movie bit. Oh boy, I can't wait to eat this bagel. Yes, you can. I guess you're right. Oh. Silly. Alright, fine, but I'm gonna complain the whole time. Get out of here, ads. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Well, thank you all, as always, for joining me here tonight. I hope... grumble, grumble, grumble. I mean, mood. You know, I have, like, a whole bunch of things I'm usually supposed to say, but as soon as I'm supposed to say them, I just... Nope. Everything leaves. Well, maybe... Hang on. Well, I thought I had a place for us to go, but now I'm not entirely sure. Head empty. No thoughts. Only coffee. Yes, exactly. My head is a coffee pot. Okay, well, let's take a look. Do 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 do. This looks promising. All right, let's try that again. We are going to go and raid out to San Cisco. Looks like they are playing one of the new / old Pokemon games. I don't know if it's Fire Red, Leaf Green, or something else entirely. Right now, their thing says just chatting, but they're playing Pokemon. I think that... I don't know. I want to say it's Leaf Green, but I could be completely wrong. At any rate, it's Pokemon. Let's go have fun. Let's go say hi. And yeah, that's really all I got. I'm not going to apologize for leaving everything on a cliffhanger, because these segments just seem to keep getting longer and longer. Like the last couple were like an hour or so, and this one's been up to about an hour and a half. So I feel like it's just gonna keep going. But we'll see what happens next time. We'll follow up on those locks, and we'll eat good food, drink plenty of water, take our meds, get some rest until then. Bye! Ah shit, I forgot the raid message. Shit!